When I first arrived at the Visa First office, I thought it was very well presented. The people were really friendly and helped me out and told me where to go.
So you're thinking of going overseas or even want to experience something different? Then why don't you come on down to Australia with Visa First?
Internet access that's free at any time of the day is brilliant because it means that you can email home or just check for your friends that you've met.
They also helped me out with finding a job and accommodation as well, and everybody was very nice, so it was great.
Visa First has everything that you are going to need for your trip down under. We do your visa, Australian bank account, tax file numbers, your airport pickup, accommodation, arrival orientation, job assistance, free internet and loads of other services that are going to help you settle in. Visa First is here to help you through your entire journey. We do all the difficult and boring things for you that you shouldn't have to, and probably some things you haven't even thought of. We get you organised before you go, and we're there for the entire duration of your stay.
I found out about Visa First through a friend. They said they were very helpful, sorted out everything that we needed for Australia.
Visa First can organise your airport pickup service before you leave home. That way, as soon as you pass through those airport doors, a bus is ready and waiting to whisk you off to your hostel.
When I first arrived in Australia, Visa First had everything sorted out for me. I just got on a bus and I was at my hostel and everything was happy.
Visa First uses some great hostels around Australia, so when you book it with us, you know it's going to be good. Great locations all around Australia with excellent facilities, and we're guessing that the first thing you're going to want to do is catch up on some much needed sleep.
Once you're settled in, it's now time to come and see Visa First at our brand new offices. We're very central, right next to Town Hall Station at 600 George Street in Sydney.
When I first arrived, we had an induction with Visa First, and it was a good chance to meet a lot of other Visa First customers doing the same thing as I am.
Visa First is your one-stop shop for everything you're going to need while working and travelling in Australia. So let's meet some of the team. Visa First, MaxPay, Taxback.com, and our harvest labour provider. Now that you've met some of the faces you're going to see down here in Australia, it's time to go to the orientation. We hold these once a week for our customers, and they go over everything you're going to need while you're here. Things like living and working in Australia, finding accommodation, and even the cheapest places to shop. One of the great things about the orientation is the free discount pack. You're going to save loads of money on some of the most popular bars and tourist destinations.
I have recommended Visa First to my friends, all the people that I live with, and I've also recommended to people that I've met who are looking for a similar service.
Visa First organises your tax file number for you, which you will need if you're going to be working in Australia. If you don't have one, you get taxed at almost 50% of any wages you earn, whereas if you apply for a tax file number with us, you only get charged 29%, so that's a big difference.
I received my tax file within a week of arriving in Australia.
We can set that tax file number up for you and give you some information about how to fill out Australian employment forms, as well as give you some information about Australia's compulsory retirement scheme called superannuation.
Visa First helped me open up a bank account. They helped me get my tax number and find work. They also helped me when I first arrived and getting to my hostel, so I didn't need to stress about that.
Visa First organises all those essential items, including your Australian bank account before you leave home. You will need one if you're going to be working in Australia, and it'll save you a heap of money rather than using your home account.
And everything was ready to go, so I actually could use my Visa debit cards that day.
Visa First sets you up with ANZ, which is one of the most trusted Australian banks with locations nationwide.
It's easier to use Visa First because they sort everything out for you, including your bank, your tax numbers, your jobs, so you don't need to stress about anything. You can just sit at home and they'll help you out the rest of the way.
It's your choice what sort of work you would like to do. Whether you want to work in a bar, a cafe, an office, or even on a construction site, Visa First can point you in the right direction.
Visa First did help me to find a job. I was a little bit stressed that I wouldn't be able to, but as soon as I talked to them, they got me sorted out.
Our partner MaxPay work with loads of recruitment companies to help you find a job. We also have assistance on site for those people who are looking for harvest work to get their second-year visa. While you're here in Australia, you're most probably not going to have a permanent address, which is great because it means you are travelling around and enjoying yourself. But what Visa First can organise for you is a mail holding service, which means all those important documents and even some presents from home can be stored here for 1 year.
When I first arrived in Australia, I didn't have any place to stay, so Visa First allowed me to get all my post and especially my bank cards into the office, which was very helpful as I could collect them here easily.
Want another reason to plan your trip with Visa First? How about unlimited free internet access here at our Sydney office? With our brand new computers, you can keep in touch with friends and family back home and use the money that you would have spent on the net to something much more fun.
I would definitely recommend Visa First to friends. It makes everything a lot simpler.
Because they provide a great service, they're very easy to get on with, and once I applied to get my tax back with Visa First, they were very efficient and the money just appeared in my account and I didn't have to do any more once I applied for it.
Visa First also has other services which you may like to use throughout your stay, including cheap luggage transfer back home when you're ready to go, so that you avoid those expensive fees from the airlines. And if you fall in love with Australia, we can also assist you with your second-year visa or even a sponsorship visa. Visa First also has representatives around Australia in places such as Perth, Melbourne, Brisbane and Cairns. Australia is an amazing place and Visa First is here to make it that much more enjoyable. With fantastic packages and a range of service features to suit your needs, Visa First is the company to work and travel with. So what are you waiting for? Get up, phone us and get down here.
Welcome in Australia!